Okay, we can start.
Okay. દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
Dada Bhagwan અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના 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 અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ કાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
Dada Bhagwan na asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan na asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan na asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan na asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan na asim jai jaikar ho.
Dada Bhagwan asim jai jaikar. Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand, Pulinanandji,
Jai Sachidanand, Pulinanandji, Lalita Ben,
Jai
Kasyapai.
Sachidanand.
Jai
Happy New
Sachidanand.
Year, everybody.
Everybody, same thing.
Happy New Year. Yes.
Pulinanandji, can you do three mantra,
हाँ
please?
हाँ नमो वीतरागाय
Namo
Namo
Vitragai.
Vitragai.
ओ हरिहंताणम
Namo
Namo
Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
नमो सिद्धाणम
Namo
Namo
Siddhanam.
Siddhanam.
नमो आयरियाणम
Namo
Namo
Ayurvediyanam.
Ayariyanam.
नमो वत्सायाणम
Namo
Namo
Vajrayanam.
Vajrayanam.
नमो लोये सव साहुणम
Namo
Namo
Loe
Loe
Sabha
Sava Sahunam.
Sahunam.
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
Eso
Eso
Panchana
Panchanamukkaro.
Mukkaro.
सव पावपनासनो
Sarva Pava
Savapavappanasano.
Panasano.
ज्ञानञ्च सुवेसेम
Manglanam cha
Manglanam
Sarvesam.
Chaitavesam.
परमं हवै मंगलम
Paramam
Paramam
Havai
Havai
Mangalam.
Mangalam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om
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 Namo
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 Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
ओम नमः शिवाय
Om
Om
Namah
Om
Namah
Namah
Shivaya.
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 जय सच्चिदानंद
Jai
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 Satchidanand.
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satya Mahatma, welcome after 2 weeks delay. Anybody else? Okay, Kashyap.
Yes, Jai Sachidanand. I want to ask about that Abheta, which Deepakanandji and was speaking about Abheta, and means is the, Abheta, if we see on the level of Atma, the gun of Atma is the same in all living beings. That I can understand. But at the level of physically, abeta, is it not subject to the karmas one has? Even the Kevalis, physically the body will be separate. That is one thing. And other abeta means what abeta actually is involving encompasses, this is what I want to know, and how much it is possible. Is it subject to the karma laws, because that is not in our control, and that is what is the meaning of Abheta when we say the
Deepakanji?
English term you may translate it. I not coming to my mind immediately. In
Jai
separateness.
Sachidanand. See, first of all, what is this oneness related to?
Yeah.
Because of the separateness among ourselves means between people, there are differences, there are fights. You can't live socially. When a family lives, there is this kind of a social oneness in the family. Then there is social oneness in a religious gathering. Now, still, all these, you can say, they are like pockets, small pockets and big pockets. But our Eastern philosophy, or you can say the Indian philosophy, considers the whole world as one family. And one family in the sense, uh, ultimately, it leads us to oneness with all. Now, how do we understand, or in what relation we understand this oneness? In principle, we are all one. The only problem is with the belief part. So if you see any individual, then that person has soul inside. So soul wise, pure soul wise, everyone is one. Bodily wise, the absolutes who had reached that highest level of perception, they have observed that although people look different, although different life forms, they look different, but they are made of the same material. And because of that highest level of perception, that purity, they could understand, analyze, and experience that oneness. So, in principle, we all are one. Now, when that inner belief part changes and come to that center, then there is no problem. See, in our family, because of our relation with the family member, we accept, we adjust to so many things. But when it comes to inter-family or between families, there are ifs and buts that make up. Then in relation to country, in relation to state, it can come. In relation to village, in relation to city, it can come. But then these are all pockets which ends up in differences, and that snatches away our inner happiness. So the purpose of reaching or achieving that bliss, ultimate bliss of your soul, that is spiritual happiness, we must surpass and overcome all these differences which we experience in our worldly life, because that is where we are affected and that is where we live 24 by 7. So our outside worldly living also becomes pleasant with oneness, and inside we become totally impartial. That is inner absolute state, and outside we live in oneness. Ultimate state of experience is wonderful. Oneness is what Dada was telling for himself, that whoever looks at me, he feels that oneness with me. The reason, the result, and the reason is because I don't have any difference with anyone. Now, this is the highest level of perception, at the same time, highest level of living in oneness. That's why all this language of oneness, love, sincerity, morality comes in our worldly life also. So this is how we have to ultimately experience that peace, harmony, and oneness with all, even in our outside worldly life.
Yes,
It's like when I want to live. Okay, go ahead.
if we see, lives, means the narratives of lives of great men, Tirthankars and Kevalis, they had oneness, that is true, much more than us, but still there were opponents to them also. So this is why I wanted to understand that when there is oneness, there can be opponents also. So does that can we call it oneness, or how it is, if there is
Okay, let us understand.
someone is
Let us
opposing you,
understand.
yes.
Okay, let us understand. Parents, they believe their kids as their kids. They are willing to accept, adjust to any level. But if it comes to children, no, we don't see that. Correct? We all experience that. What parents give up for their kids don't give up for their parents. Now, these Tirthankaras are the highest form of people. For example, Lord Mahavira, he had attained absoluteness, sarvagna state, all-knowing, omniscient state, omnipotent state. But his state was unquestionable. Still, the scriptures reveal or has revealed that there were 32 people who were against him, including his son-in-law.
Yes.
But that was son-in-law's problem. Mahavir Bhagwan never had any difference, so he never went to him for any consolidation or any clarification. Do you understand? And that is why what we have to understand that all these 32 people have not attained moksha, but Lord Mahavira attained absoluteness and attained nirvana.
So means I might be having oneness feeling, other person might not be having oneness feeling. That is the thing.
Of course. That is there. Because ego, you cannot say what ego can do. That's why it is said, every absolute or a realized person, they have only one opinion. They have oneness. But one person will have millions of opinions for others. So that is why it is said that ignorance is such a dangerous thing. It ends up in solitude only. But that solitude is not what solitude is explained by these absolutes who wanted to experience that oneness, and that they went in solitude. But this solitude is something different. They remain away from everyone else because they feel they are, and that is why they have problem with everyone. They don't experience that happiness. They are always running around for happiness. But ultimately, because this egoism or ignorance is not forever. As the person grows, because his journey towards absoluteness is principle for every living being. But because of that intermediate egoistic state, which makes the person wander and makes them pass through bouts of pain and suffering, ultimately that person realizes that was my mistake and I must come out of this. And that's how he starts looking for the enlightened person, and ultimately he comes across the absolute, and he also becomes absolute. That's how all these absolutes have become also like that. But that is the process, arduous process, difficult process. But for us, because of Dada's grace, it has become very short through non-step or stepless realization. And due to that, it has become very easy to cleanse our relative self, body self. Jai Satchidanand.
Pulinanandji?
Most of it is already covered up. Basically, when we talk of Abhedata, which means oneness, we are talking of oneness at the soul level or the real level. And I am the pure soul, and the pure soul is also there in the other person or the opposite side. So that's where real oneness lies. Differences of Prakriti level will remain, but there is a desire, an inbuilt desire that even at the Prakriti level, let there be no differences. Now, this no difference at the Prakriti level depends on the karmic accounts between us and the opposite person. So what the enlightened people used to do is they one-sided from their end, they had no differences even at the Prakriti level. I'm pure soul, the person is pure soul. I'm separate from my Prakriti, the other person is also separate from his Prakriti. These Prakritis are interacting. My belief is not matching with his belief, or his belief is not matching with my belief. But still, I have no dispute with his belief. I accept his belief the way it is. The other person may not accept the Tirthankar's belief. So he accepts that, okay, the other person is having a difference of opinion with me from this viewpoint. There are various viewpoints. So the Tirthankars very gracefully, with absolute vitaragta, they just leave it at that. Be an observer. That at the Prakriti level, these are the differences. I am pure soul. The other person is pure soul. So they remain totally aligned in the pure soul awareness, and they have no dispute of the bhed or the difference at the Prakriti level, because from their end, even at the Prakriti level, they are abhed. So one is they are abhed at the viewpoints. They accept that this is a viewpoint, and in the absolute terms, the
And
relative
if
level.
the other person is means opposing, then
One minute.
okay.
The abheta at the relative level also comes from the absolute definition that ultimately the Prakriti is just a bundle of Parmanus, a bundle of charged Parmanus. So just as my Prakriti, Tirthankar's Prakriti is a bundle of Parmanus, similarly the other things is just a bundle of Parmanus, which have brought some certain belief systems and have got charged based on certain karmic understandings. So ultimately, from the real viewpoint, both are permanent pure soul, and at the relative level, it's just a bundle of Parmanus which have aligned as one body form at the opposite end and one body form at your own end. So both are also just bundle of Parmanus, so there is no difference. So from that point of view, Abheta is also exists with the supreme aware people, Tirthankars, Gnani, Purusharth. That's how they have Abheta with everybody. So when we ask for Abheta, we desire that at the spiritual level, I remain aligned totally in my pure soul awareness. So I see the pure soul in the other person. And at the Prakriti level, I just float a desire. I just float a desire in nature that may Abheta prevail, may oneness prevail at Prakriti level. I don't have to go to generate that Abheta at the Vyavhar level, at the relative level. I just float the desire and then let nature do the needful. It may generate situations in future where even at the Prakriti level, the difference of opinion may get resolved, or we agree to disagree. That's what I said. This is your viewpoint, this is my viewpoint, fine. We respect each other's viewpoint. We agree to disagree and just leave it at that. There is no dvesh or there is no discontent at the Prakritic bhed level, differences level. So as far as we are concerned, we can say abheta ho, which is there at the real level. I am pure soul. The other person is also pure soul. And at the Prakriti level, you fruit this thing. Maybe it depend, may not happen. Lord, but as long as my side, I accept the other person, relative viewpoint, and leave it at that without getting judgmental. Oh, that is wrong. It should not be like this. You know, without being judgmental, without saying right or wrong. If I'm able to accept the relative part also, then from my end, at the relative level, I'm obeyed. So real level I'm obeyed, relative level also I'm obeyed, and I just move on and finish my karmas and pass away this lifetime. That's what Lord Mahavir did. People may have opinion, but he didn't have any difference of opinion or faith. That's how the Vitaragta remains intact, pure awareness is intact, Syadvad remains intact, does not get hurt. He may not agree, but he is still not hurt. And that's the pinnacle of Vitaragta. And when that is
in what you said, that the other person or the circumstances may be that the other person may not be may oppose you or having not abheta, but if on your side you can have perfect abheta in every respect. This is what you said, right?
yes, 100%. Abheta is for us only, na? Everything, whatever we are doing, understanding, Purusharth or whatever, it's pure for our own our enhancement of spiritual awareness and our own progress on the liberation mark.
So the
Yeah,
Tirthankaras, when other people were opposed them, then how they dealt with that, and how they what kind of state or thinking the vision was, what kind of vision they had, please also please, so that we can be.
Well, I don't have an exact answer to that because I have not read their life stories. But my guess is that basically they had a lot of karuna, compassion. That okay, may their welfare take place. They are not aware of what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to understand. Their awareness or their understanding is not at that level. That is why they are opposing me. So there's a karuna on that, and maybe that they also view it as that this is part of their karmas, karma of file number one in our terminology, karma of Lord Mahavir's, for example, Lord Mahavir's body form, So they view it, okay, so this is Mahavir's discharge karma. So they just leave it at that. They accept it and have karuna, compassion for the person, and just square off the karmic account. This is what I feel.
Okay.
And that's the way we should also look at it. Compassion.
Okay, we'll wrap it down now, and later I will ask about Abheta for Dada, because we have seen Dadaji closely. Then you can explain, tell if any experiences for the Dadaji Abheta, how So maybe several. Okay, thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay, Kushabai. Okay. Liza Ben, what have you been studying?
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
I've been reading about tattvas, and we are on Pudgal right now. And I wanted to know the difference between Pudgal Parmanu and Pudgal Parinam and Parmanu Parinam. I don't know if it's splitting hairs or it's, but I don't have the book with me right now. It's in another room. So if anybody else has a question, we can go ahead.
Nobody's there raising hand. So, Pulinanandji, did you get it?
Not really. You said Pudgal, what did you say? Pudgal Manu.
Pudgal Parinam and Parmanu Parinam.
Pudgal Parinam and Parmanu Parinam. Well, we need to look at the reference.
1 second. I'll just get the book and read for you. 1 second.
Okay.
See, it's very simple. His Abheta was very clear that there is a pure soul in the other body.
Pulinanandji, she's going to get a book.
હા એટલે એ બુક લાવતા હતા એટલો જ વખત મેં કીધું વાત કરું.
Oh, okay, okay.
ઓકે
I thought you were okay.
નહીં એટલે ઓલું એ આવે ત્યાં સુધી એમ until
Yeah,
she
yeah,
comes.
okay. Okay, okay.
એટલે એ અભેદતા એટલે શું કે દાદા used to just see as a pure soul, so there is no difference of opinion, and basically we have to basically see to it that our mind does not get disturbed, you know, that man is behaving like this, he is like that. So what Dada used to do is, if someone has done a positive behavior, then he would photograph that or remember that and just keep that. Okay, this is the good thing. In case he does something wrong, he would not let his image get disturbed about the other person. This I'm talking at the relative level, Abhedta at the relative level. And if he has a positive opinion on someone, he will leave it at that. Dada used to say, if you pass SSC, you get a certificate, you know, or you get a mark sheet. Then that mark sheet does not get changed over a period of time. Similarly, if I have a positive image of someone, then that remains. I don't change it away. So that's how he managed his discharge, his understanding, and maintained a Veda at the relative level also. Real level is understandable, but at the relative level, he saw to it that his, in spite of practical differences, in fact, in spite of a difference of opinions in the other person's behaviors, thoughts, and speech, he would not let that difference pop up at his level. At his level, he would still have the same amount of love. He would have the same amount of compassion for him. That's why Dada said, "I am Prem Swarup," which means if someone praises me, I have same Prem Swarup. If someone criticizes me, I still have the same Prem Swarup. I'm not disturbed by the other person's positive or negative behaviors. So that's how he remained. Obviously, in his pure soul, he also maintained that understanding, so that the Abheda at the relative level does not get disturbed or is maintained. So this was just a little bit of pointer. Okay, Jai Satchian, we can go to
Lalita Ben, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you.
Okay.
This is the reference is Aptavani 14, page 180. Okay. And the title of the
14,
chapter 14, part 2.
page 180.
Yes. So the title of the chapter is Fair Pudgal Parinam ne Parmanu nu Parinam Ma. So I've just highlighted it. Dada says Pudgal Parinam is Bhav Karma, No Karma, Dravya Karma, Rag, Dvesh, all the tastes, you know, touch, taste, smell, sensory inputs. This is all comes under Pudgal Ka Parinam. And on page 181, he says, Evo Pudgal na paryay ane Pudgal Parinam nu paryay થાય છે એ બંને જુદી જાતના છે. So I couldn't find where the Parmanu Parinam was referred to. I found all the references to the Pudgal on this. He says Roop, Ras, Gandh, Sparsh, it's all Pudgal ka Parinam kehvai. So, you know, it's just information, so I'm not spending too much time on it, but I just wondered if there is such a difference. I mean, there is a difference, as Dada says, but
Deepakanji, you have a copy of that?
No. What is that? What is just? Can you
Aptavani
just brief it
14,
out?
I'll read it. The
Hold on.
title of the, what did you want? The reference?
No, the page. I would
180,
need the page number.
180.
Hold on. Just
chap-
quickly, I'll get it.
Okay.
Hold on. What is it about? You just keep explaining.
It is about this is about the different tattvas, and we are on Pudgal right now.
Okay, so
So Dada is talking about Pudgal Parinam ne Parinam Parmanu nu Parinam Ma Fair. That's the title.
uh-huh. 14. Which part?
2.
2.
You said 180?
Correct. It should start
Okay.
with the title of that chapter.
પરે પૂતગલ પરિણામ ને પરમાણુ પ્रणव Okay, just hold on 1 minute. Okay. Just what is it?
No, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I read? Pulinanandji?
Please. Oh.
Okay. Are you reading or am I reading?
ના પુલિનાનજી તમે રીડ કરો ને એટલે એમ નહીં
હા અચ્છા ભલે હા ચાલો હું વાંચું ઓકે આઈ રીડ ઓકે પ્રશ્ન કરતા અહીં લખ્યું છે કે ફરીથી કહું છું કે તું સાંભળ અંતઃકરણમાં ઉત્પન્ન થતા રાગ દ્વેષ સુખ દુઃખ જેવા ભાવો પર છે રસ ગંધ વગેરે ભાવ કર્મ દ્રવ્ય કર્મ નો કર્મ પૂતગલ પરિણામો છે આ બધા શેના પરિણામો છે દાદાશ્રી આ બધાય છે તે પૂતગલ પરિણામ છે રાગ દ્વેષ એક મિનિટ જરા નીચે લે છે જરા ઉપર રાગ દ્વેષ ગંધ વગેરે ભાવ રાગ દ્વેષ એ પૂતગલ પરિણામ સુખ દુઃખ એ પૂતગલ પરિણામ પછી સ્પર્શે પૂતગલ પરિણામ રસે પરિણામ ગંધે પૂતગલ પરિણામ પછી ભાવ કર્મ દ્રવ્ય કર્મ નો કર્મ બધું પૂતગલ પરિણામ આ બધાય પૂતગલ પરિણામ છે એવું કહેવા માંગે છે આ બધા આંખે દેખાય છે કાને સંભળાય છે એ બધા નો કર્મ છે બધુંય પૂતગલ પરિણામ છે આમાં આત્માનું પરિણામ કોઈ નથી ચેતન પરિણામ નથી એવું કહેવા માંગે છે પ્રશ્ન કરતા રૂપ રસ સ્પર્શ એ તો પરમાણુઓ જે છે એના ગુણ થયા ને દાદાશ્રી એ બધું પૂતગલ પરિણામ કહેવાય પ્રશ્ન આમ મૂળ પરમાણુ જે છે તત્વ રૂપે જે પરમાણુ છે એના કાયમના 4 ગુણો કયા ને રૂપ રસ અને સ્પર્શ દાદાશ્રી હા પણ એ બધું પૂતગલ જ કહેવાય ને એના પરિણામ કહેવાય હમણાં લાલ દેખાતો હોય માણસ પછી ભૂરો પીળો પડી ગયેલો દેખાય ઘડીક વારમાં આ પરિણામ બધા બદલાય ત્યારે એ પૂતગલના પરિણામ પણ ગુણ તો બદલાય નહીં ને દાદાશ્રી હા એ ગુણ તો બધા એના જ છે ને હા તે ગુણ તો બધા એના જ છે ને પણ પરિણામ આ પૂતગલના કહેવાય બધા આ ચેતનના પરિણામ નથી I think what Dada is trying to આપણે હજી વાંચ્યું છે કે we just pause here લલિતાબેન this is enough
પુલિનાનજી આ વાંચું ને આ એક વખત એક પેરેગ્રાફ વાંચી દે
હા ચાલો વાંચી લે બીજી બધી મગજમારી છે બે ભાગ જડ ને ચેતન છૂટા પડ્યા કે છેડો આવી જાય એ જ અમે સમજાવવા માટે આ રોજ માથાકૂટ કર્યા કરીએ જ્ઞાન આપેલાને અને જ્ઞાન ના આપેલાને નવેસરથી વાત સમજાવીએ એવું આ પૂતગલના પર્યાય અને પૂતગલ પરમાણુના પર્યાય થાય. વાંચ ફરી એકવાર. એવું
That was my
પૂતગલના
question.
પર્યાય yeah, okay, I just read. એવું પૂતગલના પર્યાય અને પૂતગલ પરમાણુના પર્યાય થાય છે. એ બંને જુદી જાતના છે. પૂતગલના પર્યાય છે તે લાલ, પીળો, લીલો બધા રંગ બદલાયા કરે. સુવાણું, હુંફાળાપણું બધું બદલાયા કરે. 5 ઇન્દ્રિયોથી અનુભવમાં આવે તે બધા. એ બધા પર્યાયો બદલાયા કરે. Okay, so what I feel is કે પૂતગલના પર્યાય means જે પરમાણુઓ, whatever પરમાણુs that have got charged
Yes.
and have got some form of shape, color and things like that, or some form of karmas like bhav karma, dravya, no karma. Those are Pudgal Parya. Parya means phases. The
Correct.
phase of the Pudgal. Pudgal is nothing but Pudgal is nothing but
Charged
a
Parmanu.
set of charged Parmanus.
Correct.
So those are the phases of the Pudgal.
Uh-huh.
And Parmanu na Parya, if I understand, is that Parmanu have those 4 intrinsic properties: Roop, Ras, Sparsh, Gandh.
Uh-huh.
And when they are not charged, I'm talking of the pure uncharged Parmanus which are floating around this thing. Now they have an intrinsic property of they may join, they may separate without anybody charging, and they remain in their free state. When 2-3 Parmanus come together, then that is called Skanda, and then the things are evident in terms of
Visibility.
color, in terms of
You can
everything,
see.
all the 4 this thing, So those are the natural avastha or the phases, paryay, of the Shuddh Parmanus. I think he is referring to the Shuddh Parmanu na paryay. So those are the uncharged Parmanu, the phases of the uncharged Parmanus,
Okay.
vis-a-vis the phases of the charged Parmanus, which are called Pudgal Paryay.
Yes.
This is the distinction I feel based on this little bit of reading.
That
જો
makes
આગળ વાંચીએ તો કદાચ મળે, પણ maybe I will need some time to study it. I have not gone through this.
Yeah, because
This is what comes
he
to me at this
specifically
point of
says
time.
that there is a difference, that's why. And all the references were about the Pudgal Parmanu, not the.
You see, what happens is, really speaking, he has only defined that this is Parmanu and these are the 4 properties, but actually that Parmanu is visible only at the Tirthankar or Kevalagnan level. They are
Correct.
not available very freely. They are
Yes.
generally aligned somewhere as Skand only,
Yes.
So what really matters to us is the Parmanu, the Avastha or the Paryay of the Pudgal.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
It's a very fine technique point, but at the Kevalagnan level, nothing much for us.
No, that clarifies it. One is charged and one is the pure Parmanu. So that makes sense.
This is what I feel at this point of time.
Pulinanandji, Deepakanandji?
I can make it short. What I understand, one is Swabhavik Gun. That relates to Roop, Ras, Sparsh and Gandh. And the other is induced by karma. That is Vibhavik Gun. So this is where Dada is differentiating between the Swabhavik and the Vibhavik Gun. I feel probably it is coming further as you read further.
No, it doesn't.
You understand?
No, this is all the chapter on that, the 2 differences. The rest doesn't refer to this at all.
Because see, it is good or bad, which we feel is karmic reaction. But if you see the innate gun of Parmanu, that is Roop, Ras, Sparsh and Gandh, which is said so categorically, there is no such feeling, but they just are there like that.
Correct.
But when they manifest out of karma, induce karma, then that is where all these variations are experienced.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. No, you clarified.
Yeah, that way. Because Nat, Udgal, Parmanu, that is original Vishrasa Parmanu.
Sattva qualities.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But in short, what we have to understand that first, our primary difference between the Pudgal and the Atma, that is matter and pure soul, is very primary, very important. And as we get away with all these karmic effects by perceiving them as not mine, it is going to improve and increase our perception, which will ultimately make us, it will be able to perceive these innate qualities also as they are. But we are in the process what Dada perceived, and that's where he has revealed this.
Uh-huh.
So we are just trying to understand what he has seen in his perceptive vision, highest form of perceptive vision, we can say. But our perception level being down, we are not able to comprehend that.
That is correct. It's beyond buddhi, but what there is some clarity when you read about all this and you realize, oh my goodness, why am I wasting so much time on this when I'm
No. We are not wasting time.
no, I
We
mean
say
giving
we are
importance to
fortunate.
it.
Huh?
Giving importance to it.
No, it is, see, because we are intellectuals, and especially when doctors or that high level people who have gone much deeper into subjects, they would always like to know and find out what is the absolute truth, what are the intricacies. So that's fine. It's not that you're wrong, but because it has come up, as we grow further, it is going to open us for us also.
Yes. Thank you.
The basic thing is identify that this is relative area, Pudgal area, matter area, and all qualities related to perceiving and knowing is related to me and my area. That
Yes.
is pure soul area. And
Correct.
what you see on the Lalita side, they are karmic effect only, for which you have not caused them. It was caused in the past life by someone else, and it has come as a burden to you. Do you understand that?
Yes. You know, in one
We,
of the things, satsangs with Dr. Radhe, Dada says very clearly that till you achieve moksha, till liberation, that this interim state, you have to clear your files. There is no shortcuts. You know, Dr. Radhe is even asking, "Can I speed it up?" And he says, "If you rush, you will stumble." You know.
correct. But then what is that file aspect? If we understand that very basic file aspect, then everything gets done. Then
Yes.
we know this is the quantum of work. That file aspect is the false ownership of the on the matter side, that is the Lalita side.
Yes. Absolutely. That is,
And that is discharge ownership.
you know, the beauty of Dada's Jnana is as it opens up little bit, the clarity, and you just think, oh my God, what a wonderful thing. How is this
Absolutely.
not open to the entire world?
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
Absolutely. So
Thank you.
and you know the best part, what I really appreciate and I really enjoy is Dr. Radhe had a very nice in-depth discussion with Dada, and many things probably got revealed to him. And now that it is available, it clarifies so much
Yes.
about the fact of those things which were perceived by the absolutes.
Yes. You know, I would say it was like almost a one-on-one, very intimate session with Dada and Dr.
Correct,
Radhe.
correct, absolutely. And I believe that all these things must have been recorded in the sense audio.
I
Definitely.
don't know. They were all on
Whatever it is,
video.
whatever it is, it should be
Somebody has
there because,
transcribed that.
huh?
They were all in Vasant Bhai's videos at home. And that has been transcribed at the HSRC.
Fine, fine. So anyway, it's going to come fine. But what I'm trying to say that it is very good that we have this
Yes.
wonderful information
Yes.
revealed by Dada himself. That's
Yes.
great.
My only regret is that Dr. Radhe himself is not here to see that. But he had it all in his
But
head.
he got it. He has got his stuff and went further.
That's right. Thank you. Jai
Maybe he
Sat-
didn't have that opportunity to reveal all that, but he went in his.
Oh, it was. It
That's
was.
what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand. Anybody else has question? Okay, Kashyap.
Yes, yes, here. So that what Pulinanandji was telling about, that Dadaji used to have the first opinion, which positive opinion, and I also watched Energizer regarding that, and they were saying that they said that for the same thing, that the first opinion, positive opinion, Dadaji used to keep, and then after he used to what he said, that he used to recognize the fully the prakriti of the others, and then have positive opinion of the prakriti, and when the prakriti was at the punya, when, because every prakriti has punya uday and pap uday, means merit karam and demerit karam. And during merit karam, the prakriti usually at the best, So he used to have the opinion of the merit karam, and then he used to accordingly adjust according to the prakriti. So that is a lot of thing, a lot of means great power which he had, or a gift he had, that he could recognize the other person's prakriti, and he could, adjust, when I see myself, so this is what I'm lacking, so I'm not able to understand the other person's prakriti, first of all, then secondly, not able to adjust, So, so this is what I want to say. But can you please expand more on this? So how we can go towards that? What Dadaji has achieved.
Deepakanandji. Unmute.
The way you narrated, what I understand that Dada was able to understand other person's viewpoint. He was able to adjust to the person's viewpoint, and he still remained at the center. What is that center? Center of perceiving and knowing. So his relative had also become so pure, because today our problem is, even if we understand the other person's viewpoint, we don't accept the other person's viewpoint. We want to harm and force our viewpoint on the other person and make that person believe that this better believe it, and this is what it is. And that's why there are differences, there are clashes, and at the same time, Dada was able to handle all people, all situations amicably, because that is where he revealed that our mind has become free from all kind of knots, that is beliefs and insistence, due to which I am able to unlearn, and his level of perception has become so high that he is able to understand the other person's viewpoint, and he being free from any kind of viewpoint, he is able to adjust with the other person's viewpoint and still remain in the center. And that's how all his interactions were absolutely amicable. There were no differences. But for
Yeah.
that, he has said he went through a very arduous path of self correction, which we are passing now, which
And
we are doing now.
yeah. And one more thing, that only thing which means the pragna which comes here, that thought arises that Mr. X is like that or Mr. Y is like that. So that immediately the pragna says this is a opinion, So if you want to oppose or support any value, that is acceptable, but opinion is not this from understanding from the putras and from the satsang and everything. So this I understood that that this is a red point, that whenever this thought comes, that Mr. X is like that or Mr. Y is like that, so that is not correct, So you, instead of that, you should have that uh, that this value is not correct or this value is correct, So then if we focus on the value, then the opinion will not be there, for the person. This is what I understand. Is it okay? Is it correct?
That's true. I will just give you an example.
Yes.
When I am in very good terms with Pulinanandji, and I'm not in very good terms with someone else. So anything that comes from Pulinanandji, I say, okay, yes, done, no problem, we'll handle it. Do you understand that? That one level of acceptance is naturally there, although those differences are there within me, but I accept, I adjust to his viewpoint. But when some differences are there, maybe a factor of dislike or whatever you can say, hatred or dislike, then if that comes from some other person, I'll oppose, I'll revolt, I'll say, no, this is how it should be done, period, no adjustment, and all those kind of things come up. Do you understand that? Because our dealing is based on likes and dislikes. Whereas for Dada, the purpose or goal of his life was to amicably settle all uh, amicably handle all situations so that he frees himself. The goal was settlement of the fight and not his likes or dislikes. Do you understand that?
Right.
And that is the difference. And for him, that goal was so firm and clear because he passed through all these likes and bouts of likes and dislikes, for which he has suffered so much. All this wandering is because of that. But then he found the main crux where one gets stuck. That's where he has revealed and given us the key, master key of relieving or freeing ourselves from karma is amicable settlement of karma, whether it is liking type or disliking type. The goal or purpose is to amicably settle the fight so that the other person, you get freed from the revenge of the other person.
Correct.
And that's how you
Okay.
get freed.
Okay,
Yes,
we need
Chida.
to move on. Miraben,
Yeah. Correct. Fine.
Miraben, go ahead. Okay, she had raised her hand.
I just wanted to
What
add
happened,
one thing.
Meera?
Just
Mira,
1 minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
एक minute.
Okay.
Kashyapji, just very briefly, you said that
Yeah.
that's where I find difficult to adjust and understand the other's viewpoint. Difficult in understanding the other's viewpoint and to adjust. I think one overriding principle which Dada Bhagwan had kept was avoid clashes. If you decide that I just want to avoid clash, then automatically all adjustments fall in place. Like, when you're walking and if there's a pole or an animal, buffalo comes, then obviously we do the adjustment. We don't go on the what we are right and he's right or whatever. So if you keep that, then I want to avoid clashes, then adjustment will come. You might not understand the other's viewpoint, but adjustment will come. And the understanding will improve if we decide we will not impose our viewpoint, will not hold on our to viewpoint. Dada said, "Amaro matad na hoy." We don't have a moitinan. We just simply square off the files. And third point, just very briefly, ultimately, all this व्यवहार is only temporary. So why clash? Why hold on to things? It is not a permanent thing. Permanent is of yourself. So for a temporary thing, why am I holding on to my viewpoint and things like that? Just avoid clash and move on. Square off the file. If this programming comes into our mind, then the understanding and adjustment will follow. Jai Sachit.
Correct. Yes.
Guys, okay, Miraben is not there, and we are almost to the time. So, Deepakanji, can you?
No, I'll,
Okay,
no,
go.
no, 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 Jay Sachidanand, I just want to say I'll ask my question next time. Definitely.
No. Go ahead. We
No,
still
no,
have
Take
5
it, take,
minutes.
no problem.
No
Go
problem.
ahead.
Okay, I will ask very quickly, very, very quickly. I know that when we go to Ganpati Bhagwan, we pray that we get rid of Viparit Bhav and Viparit Buddhi. And we ask for real Bhav and real Buddhi. Now, the real Bhav, I understand. The real Buddhi is a little bit off for oh, I don't know who that is. Sorry. So the real Buddhi is the thing that confuses me because in that real Buddhi, I feel that Buddhi is against everybody. Oh, sorry. Somebody's talking. I don't want to.
No. Go ahead. It was.
No. So that is where my issue is coming, because the real Buddhi almost seems like Buddhi supports the Pudgal. So what is real Buddhi that we are asking for? That's all I'm asking. Is Buddhi our helper?
Pulinanandji?
See, if I understand, the real word is, the actual word is Samyak Buddhi. Samyak Buddhi and Viprit Buddhi. So the Buddhi or intellect by default is Viprit or aligned towards worldly matters. The body matters, the profit.
Correct.
Buddhi shows profit and loss, but profit and loss for the Pudgal or for the relative, for the worldly matters.
Correct.
So he asks for strength from Ganpati for Samyak Buddhi. Samyak Buddhi means it shows profit and loss, but for the moksha angle or for the soul angle.
Okay.
For the real viewpoint. So that it shows profit, but profit if for moksha. How it will benefit me my journey for moksha? How it will benefit me for my Shuddha like that. So may I get Samyak Buddhi so that the Buddhi shows me advantages towards moksha, towards Shuddha towards Panchagna, whatever.
So
that
it works.
We ask for strength for Samyak Buddhi, the true Buddhi.
Samyak Buddhi. Okay, thank you. Jai Sachidanand. Thank you.
They said, Deepakanji, quickly. Unmute.
Samyak Buddhi or balanced Buddhi or intellect that favors liberation, and the other Viparit Buddhi is Buddhi that the Buddhi that favors wandering, and the Buddhi that favors liberation. The Viparit Buddhi is worldly side, and the Samyak Buddhi is on the liberation side. So what Samyak Buddhi or the balanced Buddhi help us come out of our likes and dislikes, makes us balanced, and that is what we are asking for.
Yes.
Otherwise, we stick on to our likes and dislikes, and that's where we favor wandering side. So this is how, when we ask from Ganpati, that he becomes limit for us to ask for that positive buddhi, real buddhi, buddhi that help us liberate, buddhi that takes us out of wandering.
Yes.
Correct?
Jai Sachidanand.
And pure soul is pure soul. So through satsang and right understanding, our buddhi becomes balanced in the sense it will take us out from wandering.
Yes, yes.
Handle situations amicably, free from likes and dislikes,
Yes.
and settle all the past give and take.
Okay, okay. So we know that our buddhi is viparit when it doesn't act accordingly. Perfect. Thank you.
No, when it takes us to ego, takes
Mm.
us to insistence,
Mm.
making us believe I am right and others are wrong. So those are all viparit buddhi.
Correct. Correct. Oh,
Right.
perfect. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Deepakanandji, 3 mantra, please.
Namo Vitragaya,
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Arihantanam,
Namo
Namo
Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam,
Namo
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 Siddhanam.
Siddharam.
Namo Ayurvanam,
Namo
Namo
Ayurvanam.
Ariyanam.
Namo Vaitayanam,
Namo
Vajrayana.
Ariyanam.
Namo Loi Sarva Satanam,
Namo
Namo
Sarva
Loe Sava
Sadhanam.
Saranam.
Sarvasatmanam.
Eso Panchanamukaro,
Eso
Eso
Panchanamukaro.
Panchanamukaro.
Tava Bhava Pranasano,
Bhava
Bhava
Pranasana.
Pranasana.
Sarvapranasano.
Mangalanam Chachavechim,
Mangalanam
Mangalanam
Chasvesim.
Sarvasin.
Padamam Havai Mangalam,
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Namo
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah
Om
Om Namah
Namah
Shivaya.
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 Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
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 Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.